So, good evening, everybody. Hope, welcome to another stream. This time it is back on the Mondays again, back in RPR. Hope everybody had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. We are back for the final three races. Tonight we start at Japan. I'm your commentator, RPR, and tonight we are going to see if Johnny Stokes could potentially win the championship tonight. I've been told by Lattice that Johnny Stokes could win his first championship of Monday. So Johnny's been absolutely dominant from the start. So we'll see if anybody we'll have to see what happens. I don't know how many I don't think there's a Pacific position for Johnny to finish, but there will be somewhat of so Cam's going to be the first driver to start and put in the penultimate lap for the drivers. So like I say, Johnny can win the championship tonight. I think Johnny doesn't really need even if it's top 10, I think. Either way, top 10, top 5, top 3, Johnny will still win his first championship for Monday. So Cam puts in a 128.3, Arez a 129.0, Cherry with a 129.3, Lister with a 128.2, and then Epic comes in with a 128.5. So good lap there from Epic. Mrs. Carr on her out lap as well. Stewie on an in lap as well. So is Lattice. Woomax is in the pits. Freddie has just started their lap as well. So we will stick with Stewie and we'll see how he does coming up to the 130R. is he? I think, yeah, it's a slow down lap, I think, and then he'll probably pick up. No, it's just straight into the pits for Stewie then. Mrs. Carl on her lap as well. So Johnny's on his lap as well. So like we say, it could potentially go anywhere. It really could. But obviously, like I say, I know that Johnny's quite a few points in. Lattice goes top with a 127. 3, Mrs. Carl with a 131.5. She'll go again. Freddie will go again as well with a 138.6. So it's just GCC, Johnny, Frenzy, Stewie and Womax to get a lap put in. And Johnny Stokes has left the session. Hope Johnny can get himself back in. Fingers crossed. We can get Johnny back in. Don't even think. I don't think I can send him an invite. I don't think I have him as a friend either. No, I don't. Can't seem to. Figure that out. So Johnny's back in. So yeah, Johnny's back in. So Johnny will come back out and get his lap. Or get his car all set up again. And jump out of the pits. But I do believe, like I say, we'll have to see what happens tonight. It's good to be back in the comms box. So okay, so Johnny just needs to finish tonight. So that's all Johnny's got to do tonight. He's just got to finish tonight, and we'll see what happens with that going forward. So let's have a look then. 28.6 for Mrs. Carl. I think she's on a cool down lap. So Cherry's back out. Epic's back out. Lister's back out. Cam's Rudder's back out as well. Stewie's just starting his lap. Johnny is back in and back out. Cherry. Erez is starting his lap as well. Cam's just come out of the pits. Lister's also on an in lap. Mercedes Avero's just come out of the way. 3 temps up on his time at the moment, Lister is, so we'll stick with Lister. We'll see how he gets on. But the man will be to watch when it comes down to it will be Johnny. As Lister comes down the second to last, flying straight up to the 130R. 7 tenths up now. And this time look at the marbles there coming off the tyres. I get a nice exit out of the chicane. Does that, jumps over to the right, pops himself into P2 with a 127.5. It's a great lap there by Lister. Epic's up just a little bit. Stewie jumps up to P4 with a 127.8. A-Race jumps his teammate with a 128.2. So where's Johnny? Johnny then. Let's have a look how Johnny's going. Oh. Nice and neatly round the hairpin seal. I think I do see a few drivers sometimes take that hairpin. Sometimes a little bit wide. Also, they tend to. I know I do it because I've done it before. Tend to tuck up into the inside to try and get a little bit of not too much of a good, not a better exit, but it does sort of work for me. But there's a lot of driving styles from different drivers. Ooh, Johnny opted not to set that lap time. So we've still got a yellow flag in sector 3. Coming up through 130R. Or just through the chicane. 5.5 minutes to go in this short qualifying session. We max up to P10. So a lot of drivers are coming back out again now then. So at the moment, Lattice with a 127.2, Epic with a 127.4, Lister with a 127.5, Stewie with a 127.8, Ares with a 128.2, then Cam with a 128.3, Freddie with a 128.5, Mrs. Cole with a 128.6, Cherry also with a 128.6. Max with a 129, and Lattice does at 126.6, so improves on his time a little bit more. So 7 attempts quicker than Epic, 8 attempts quicker than Lister. So 4 minutes to go. Are we going to see Johnny maybe come out and potentially put a lap in? Or will he try and maybe start at the back? We don't know. Or does he want to do maybe something not too much to potentially jeopardize, like not jeopardize his win, but we'll have to see what happens. So Mrs. Carr then on her own lap does have, oh, that was a little bit close there between Cam and Mrs. Carr. Hopefully it didn't cost Mrs. Cole too much time on her lap. 2 taps up. So Cherry's coming back out. GCC's also back out as well. Mrs. Cole over the line with a 128.3, pops herself up into P7. So who else do we have out at the moment? Cam's coming back in, just 2 minutes to go. Johnny now coming back out, Max is out, so is Cherry. Epic's coming back out as well. Cameron has retired from the session into the pits. Stu is also back out as well. Lattice is coming back out as well. So virtually everybody is coming back out. I think Mrs. Cole's on another lap. Or slow down. I think she's on a slow down lap. So Cherry starts their lap as well. GCC also starts. Ooh, runs a little bit wide there. Oh, a little bit of a catching the rear end there. Coming out on the grass. So who we got then? Cherry. Oh, Cherry's lost his wing. Cherry's got a bit of wing damage. Max has also started their lap as well. Johnny just coming through 130 yard to start his lap as well. Epic's just started his lap. Freddie's started his. Lister's coming through now. Oh, that was close. Stewie's left the session. Hopefully we can get Stewie back in. That is your short qualifying session over. So now it is down to what the drivers can potentially do. Anything to improve their times. But we'll see if anything does happen. Johnny Stokes has lost it just under the bridge. He was just jumping on board with Johnny. Just loses it under the bridge. Stewie's back in. Max in P10. A-Res up to P6. GCC P11. Epic comes over the line. Cherry's retired into the pits as well. Freddie up to P6. Not entirely sure what Lister were doing there. So that potentially is everybody done in their qualifying. So we will now get into the race, which I'm really looking forward to. As I say, we've had a nice Christmas break, nice New Year. Back at it for the next 3 races. I think it's Portugal after this one. And then after Portimao, we are at Qatar. So it's going to be very, very interesting. to see what, oh, excuse me, to see what can happen. So, here are your results. Lattice in P1, Epic P2, Lister P3, Stewie P4, Camera P5, Freddy P6, Avres P7, Mrs. Cole P8, Cherry P9, Wimax P10, GCC P11, Johnny Stokes in P12, and Frenzy P13. So we are going to see hopefully a good race. We'll see what happens, see what goes off, but a lot of work potentially for Johnny to do. The only thing he's got to do is finish. That's all Johnny needs to do tonight to win this championship, his first championship for Monday. And ooh, clouds don't look too appealing. Got overcast, so potentially there could be some rain. We don't know, we'll have to wait and see if anything does change. I'm sure that we will find out from that. But we'll have to wait and see. Wait and see what happens. We'll see how things go. So formation lap is about to start. So let's get a few details up. Position changes, don't need lap delta, don't need telemetry. Get the interval up, put that away. So we will see then how things will go in this race. We'll see how things go. It's quite, it looks like there's a few, so there's a few different tyre strategies from a couple of drivers, and one driver in particular at the moment is looking for a different strategy. He's going to be quick, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to see how well he does. Unless anything changes in the weather, then we might see something else change. But like I say, we'll have to see what happens. It's quite a lot. I think there was quite a lot of drivers that was on medium tyres. There was a few that's on the hard tyres. So we'll have to see what happens. Pretty decent formation lap by everybody. So we'll just wait for the drivers to line up then. So Epic, you can see that Epic is kind of pointing to the left or the right, I don't know. But here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights are out. We are underway for round 10 at Japan. in RPR. Great start by Lattice. Epic's also got a good start as well. Stewie's got a fantastic start and jumped Lister as well. So Lister's just dropped down at the moment. Lister's battling it out with his teammate Freddie. But it looks like Freddie did get the better of that. Cam also battling it out with his teammate as well. So Cam's moved up a place. Well, kind of dropped down a place, sorry. Cam started, Mrs. Cole started pretty well as well. Johnny Stokes already up 2 places at the moment. So looking to go a little bit wide there from GCC. Stewie's up to P2 as well. So good start there from Stewie. Johnny Stokes making a move on Mrs. Cole. Gets the move done around the outside of Mrs. Cole there. So Johnny Stokes is looking to motor. We've got a Mercedes of Cam, I believe, running wide, or was it Ares? Not too sure. Epic's looking to make a move on Stewie going through 130. Stewie ran a little bit wide there, or it might have been a little bit tight between the 2 drivers. Going through 130, so Epic back up to P2. Live still controlling the pace at the moment. Stewie is on the verge of looking to try and make a move again. Going into turn 1. It's still hot on the heels of Epic as well. We've got movement down at the bottom between Frenzy and Wumax. Frenzy's made a move on Wumax up to P11. Johnny Stokes has got past his teammate as well. So Johnny Stokes going pretty quick through the pack at the moment to try and get up to the top. See where things turn out at the moment. We got a yellow flag. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, virtual safety car. So a little incident between Cherry and Mrs. Cole, maybe? Or was anybody else involved in that little? I think Frenzy was involved as well. Frenzy's got no wing damage. So I don't think anybody else has got any wing damage. Virtual safety car is still in. We don't have a green flag yet. So DRS will be temporarily disabled. Lash has got himself and controlled a little bit of a gap between Epic and Stewie. Frenzy in the pits. Mrs. Cole is also in the pits. Drive-through penalty for Epic and Ares for speeding under this virtual safety car. So Epic was looking to maybe get the jump up on Lattice. So Epic picks up a drive through. There is a yellow flag in sector 2. And it seems to be GGC. Epic's got the move done. Or has he? Epic still going around the outside, gets the move done, so Epic up into P1, but Lattice is coming back pretty quick on those hard compounder tyres. Stewie's also there as well. Purple sector 2 for Stewie. Stewie gets the move done on Epic, going through the 130R. Stewie was looking to try and make a move there on Lattice, going into the chicane. Epic has made his pit stop to take his drive-through penalty. Stewie takes the lead of the race, runs a little bit wide. So that does bring Freddie up now as well. So Freddie up to P2, Stewie still P3, Cam P4, Lister P5, Johnny Stokes P6. So 6 positions up at the moment for Johnny Stokes. Let's go back up to the top where this battle is between the top 5. Johnny Stokes will catch up with this pack as well. So Johnny will get into the mix of this. Freddie at the moment in the lead of the race. So Freddie takes the lead of this race. Can Freddie now pull a gap from Lattice? Lattice and Stewie will be still battling it out up and down the grid as well. Johnny Stokes has caught up to the back of Lister. Stewie's looking to make a move, or was attempting to make a move there. Is Stewie going to try and attempt to make a move? Not through 130R. But Cam up into P4 as well with Lister behind. Johnny's also behind as well. Freddie sets the fastest lap of the race. Johnny then takes the lap. Johnny up to P5. Away. Pat makes a great move there on Lister into turn 1. Up 7 places for Johnny. Stewie's still hounding the back of Lattice. A little bit of a tap, runs into the back, but doesn't hamper him. Frenzy sets the fastest lap of the race. Stewie's looking to go around the outside. What a move there by Stewie. Runs a little bit wide. And runs a bit wide then, but manages to get it stopped. But loser, is he going to lose 2 places? Cam, no, so Stewie only loses 1 place to Lattice. What a first 5 laps we've had at the moment. Stewie is looking to make some, he's been making some decent moves up so far. Cam is behind him as well, also followed by Johnny Stokes as well. Oh, little bit of a mix up there, I think. Slight little bit of contact between the 2 drivers. Johnny's looking to make a move. Where's Johnny? Johnny makes a move. Wow, brilliant move there by Johnny into the chicane. So Johnny Stokes now up to P3. Stewie enters the pits then. But what a fantastic move Johnny pulled off there, going into the chicane, overtaking 2 drivers. Brave move there from Johnny. But does have a charging Mercedes behind him of Cam. So can Cam stick? Johnny Stokes has left again. I don't think I'm going to be able to invite Johnny because I don't have him as a friend to get him in. No, I don't have Johnny. I don't think I have Johnny. No, I don't. I don't have Johnny as a friend, so I can't get Johnny in. This is gonna be can I do it this way? Johnny, view profile. Send him a game invite. Into that one, so I've sent Johnny an invite, so let's get Johnny, try and get Johnny back in as quickly as possible. Freddie has a near enough a 3-second gap. Lattice is already into the pits. Cam's also in the pits as well. Let's hope Johnny can get himself back in. Johnny is back. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane for Stewie. So at the moment, both Red Bull drivers are in. As I was saying, both Red Bull drivers, P1 and P2 at the moment. Johnny is now back in and got full control of his car. So Lies then makes pit stop to change his tyres with 20 laps to go. Epic up to P6. So Lister and GCC with 3-second time penalty. I think Max ran a little bit wide there. How's the cloud weather's doing? The weather's not doing too bad. Still cloudy. Epic's on the back of, and we have our first retirement of the race into the pits for GCC, for GGC. So there's gonna be no safety car for the moment, but at the moment we have both Red Bull drivers, P1 and P2, followed by the Williams of Max. Johnny Stokes has Max in his sights, so we'll have to see how things go at the moment, but we'll wait and see. So Johnny's looking to make a move then already, going down to the first straight into turn 1. Johnny then up to P3 as a 3-second gap to the next Red Bull of Lister. Ares at the moment has Frenzy and Lattice charging them down. Cam's looking to make a move on Mrs. Cole going into turn 1. Mrs. Cole closes the door on Cam. Johnny's left again. Let's see if we can get Johnny back in again. Oh, I can't invite him. I can't invite him. It won't allow me to invite him. It won't allow. Oh, there we go. Do it again. Send him another invite. So Johnny's back again. So Johnny will lose another 2 positions again from Epic and Max. Ares has been overtaken by Lattice as well. Johnny's back in his car. So this will put Max and Epic up a position. Like I say, both Red Bull drivers, P1 and P2. Epic in P3. Lattice 6 second gap to Cherry. I'm sure that gap will close down pretty quick. Johnny Stokes again on the rear of Womax. So we'll see. Again, Johnny will potentially might look at making another move somewhere else, but we'll see. Gap between Womax and Epic is pretty close. Epic is in the pits. Just sort of having a look. Oh, Johnny runs a little bit wide there. Going into turn 1. So hard tyres for Epic. Just as I was to jump to find out where Epic was coming, he's got into the mix of a battle between Cam and Mrs. Carl, along with Frenzy as well, but a little bit contact between Epic and Cam there. I think that was a retirement on track. For Epic. Cam gets a move done on Mrs. Carl. Mrs. Carl ran a little bit wide there. Still got a yellow flag. So yellow flag has gone away. So we do have a resident in the pits. So we've still got the battle between Mrs. Carl, Franzi and Cam. Lattice is pulling that gap up to Cherry. Womax still keeping the gap between himself and Johnny, but Johnny's slightly pulling away. From set Johnny pits, list of pits that will bring Womax up into podium position. We'll also bring up Lattice and Cherry as well, so those will go up. So yellow flag, not really much that yellow flag was. So Frenzy's back out into the pits, or out of the pits shall we say. So Johnny. Is Johnny pitted? I think Johnny has pitted. Let's quickly have a look. Yes, so Johnny has pitted. So Johnny P6 at the moment. Last P3. We're maxing the pits. Freddie's still going. Obviously, Freddie is on the hard tyres. No, he's not. Sorry, he's on the medium tyres. Thought he was on the harder compounded tyres. Cherry's in the pits as well. Lister obviously went into the pits, changed his tyres. Now back out. Up to P3. Johnny up to P4. Mrs. Cole P5. Max P6. Cam P7. Stewie P8. Cherry P9. Ares P10. Frenzy P11. Kind of made my eyes go weird then. I thought Frenzy had damage on his car, but he didn't have any. Looked like it kind of lagged out from that camera view. So then where are we? So Max on the rear of Mrs. Cole. Cam's also a little bit closer. Stewie's also pretty close as well. Max again that little bit closer to Mrs. Cole, but Mrs. Cole is into the pits to change her tyres. So she'll drop down a couple of places. So Stewie them 9 times, just over under. Keep swapping and changing. Johnny Stokes is on the back of Leicester, so we'll see if Johnny will get past Leicester or if Leicester will defend from Johnny. Top 2 are now in the pits. So this is gonna be very, very interesting. Johnny takes the lead of the race, followed by List up into P2. Freddie comes out of the pits in P3. Those hard tyres will be a little bit cold, but will get up to optimal temperature for Freddie. Max jumped Lattice, as Lattice were coming out of the pits by the looks of it. So Lattice will be looking to get a move done there on Max. Stewie still behind Cam. Ares is kind of, can still see Cherry in the distance. Stewie and Cam also battling it out as well. Stewie's going to look to make a move just before 130R. Cam tucks up behind Stewie coming out of 130R. Trying to stick with him. Oh. Another 5-second time penalty for Stewie, but I don't think that should have been. A penalty there, but we'll see. Stewie does come out in front of Cam. Freddie does get past his teammate as well. So Freddie's gonna potentially try and catch up with Johnny. We'll see what happens. Where is this? Ares and Cherry picking up. Let's have a look at Stewie and Cam. Stewie and Cam are still going. So potentially we've got a fight for the last podium spot. For a battle for the last point between Cam and Stewie. So we'll keep an eye on that. See how things go there. So that shouldn't really affect anything at the moment. Between these two, Cam's that a little bit closer again. Lister's got the gap down to his teammate. Ares and Cherry are pretty close together as well. Cam and Cherry battling out going into turn one. Cam and Cherry, Cam and Stewie. It looks like Stewie got the better of that one out of those two drivers. So at the moment, Stewie is looking to potentially keep hold of that 10th place from Cam. So we'll see how that plays out between those two drivers. Ares looking to get Cherry maybe just after the 130R. Is he going to go for a move through the chicane? No, I think he's going to wait till he gets out of the chicane. Frenzy might just pick up this battle as well between these two drivers. Ares gets the move done with the DRS on Cherry, so Ares up to P6. 3-second time penalty for Ares as well. So first 3-second for Ares. I think, let's have a quick look. Yeah. So Freddie is still looking. Lattice is also caught up with P2 and P3. Johnny out in the wind. 5.5 seconds in front of this race. So what are we going to see about for any of the podium places? Is Lattice going to want to finish P3 or P2? Still a lot of laps to go. Thought then Lattice was going to make a move there then on Freddie, but he's still battling out with these two Red Bulls. Cherry and Ares again swapping places. Frenzy's caught up with Ares and Cherry, so this is going to be another battle to look out for. Cam sets the fastest lap of the race. And Stewie, oh, lucky, oh, that's unfortunate for Stewie. Whoa, contact between, whoa. Has Lattice lost any wing? No. Racing incident maybe? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But a little bit of time lost there for Lattice. Then still got plenty of laps to do it in. Still got plenty of laps to do it. 6 laps to go. I thought then am I actually seeing this right? I think Freddie, I don't know. It looked like to me that Freddie was actually no, I don't think Freddie was slowing down. I thought he was then. So Cherry, Frenzy and Ares is kind of still pretty close to each other as well. So Lattice is looking again to mount an attack. We'll see what happens with this at the moment. Let's have a little look at this battle between Frenzy, Ares and Cherry. Frenzy is that little bit closer to Ares. Mrs. Cole's going to pick this battle up as well. So Mrs. Cole could get into the mix with this little battle that's going off up in front. Frenzy up to P6 as he gets an overtake done on Ares. So Lattice has caught back up to oh no, Mrs. Cole, what happened to what's happened there? Oh, Mrs. Cole just loses it under the bridge. So this will bring out our first safety car. Oh, Mrs. Cole. So Freddie stays out. Lattice pits. List of pits as well. WeMax, eventually everybody's pitted apart from Freddie. So our first safety car of the night. I don't think the safety car will be out for too long. But let's just have a quick look. So yeah, we'll have to see how things go. Well, we'll have to see how things go. So, safety car is still okay. So, safety car is going to allow everybody to catch up. And then we'll go from there. WeMax and Cam do pit. Freddie still opts to stay out. So Johnny, Lister, Lattice, Frenzy, Arez. Yeah, I think mostly everybody will be on fresh tyres, yeah. Apart from Arez. Arez is on the mediums. 1 lap old mediums. So there will be 3 laps to go. After this, as soon as that safety car peels off, that will be it. It is going to be a race down to the finish. Like I said at the start of the stream, Johnny, yes, even though Johnny may, we'll see what happens, but all Johnny has to do is finish. That is all Johnny's got to do to finish, to win his first Monday Night RPR Championship. So all he's got to do is just got to finish. So hopefully safety car should be in this lap. So safety car is in this lap. So Freddie is now the lead safety car. Safety car peels in to the pits. And Freddie at the moment hasn't gone. Does up to go now. So this is it. This is the final few laps of the race. Freddie's looking to defend from Johnny going into turn 1, or is going to have to defend through a couple of the drivers as well. Oh, Lattice. Oh, a little bit of contact between Lattice and Lister there as well. And Mrs. Cole lost back end into the bridge, hit the wall at 30 mile per hour, and my wheel fell off. Wow. At 30 miles per hour, I think that's a little bit unfair to have damage at 30 miles per hour. I'd just say that's just unfair, that is really unfair for that to happen to you, Mrs. Cole. But Johnny, I'm going to say this now, Freddie is that, even though Freddie's on the harder compound of tyres, Freddie's actually doing pretty well defending from the other drivers behind him that are on soft tyres. But here comes Johnny. Johnny's looking to make a move. Oh, Freddie just runs a little bit wide there. Yep, I agree with that as well, Mrs. Cole. Effing right. But Lister's made the move on Johnny for P1 as Johnny made the move on Freddie in the chicane. We've got a little bit of a mix-up going here. Not sure what's happening off here, but everything is going pretty well at the moment. Lister's P1, Frenzy P2, Johnny P3, Arez P4, Wumax and Freddie are going at it as well. Arez does have that penalty. Johnny looking to make a move, go around the outside of Frenzy. Does Johnny get the moves done? Johnny and Frenzy still going wheel to wheel. What action we've got here for the remaining few couple of laps. Just under a lap and a half to go. Johnny gets the move done on Frenzy. Lister at the moment is controlling the race ahead. Frenzy, Arez, Lattice, all in the bundle of this, all in the mix of this. So top five are pretty close. Lattice looking to make a move on Arez. Great move there by Lattice through the chicane. Wow, what is going off here? Last lap coming up now, everybody, guys. Cherry is at the back at the moment. 1 lap wonder, yes, Mrs. Cole. So let's see what happens then with this 1 lap wonder. Johnny at the moment is in P2. Frenzy is P3. Lister's P1. Lattice is P4. We are going to have a fight, a race to the finish between top 4, top 5 at the most. But who's going to be the one that's going to want to try and make that exceptional move? Lattice is looking to go around the outside of Frenzy. Little bit of contact, but not too much to affect anything. Johnny Stokes is still looking to get past Lister. Lister is controlling the pace of this race. What a race we have going off here between the top 4. Frenzy's still trying to look to make a move on Johnny. Johnny's looking to make a move on Lister. Lattice is looking to make a move on Frenzy. Johnny's moved to the inside going through the 130R. Johnny gets the move done. Runs Lister a little bit wide. What's Lattice doing? Lattice is coming through the chicane. And it looks like Johnny is going to take the win. Who's going to take second? Lister takes second. Frenzy takes third. Lattice in fourth. Wumax fifth. Freddie sixth. Arez seventh. Cam eighth. And I believe that was Cherry in ninth. No, Cam in eighth. And Cherry, I'm sure Cherry was ninth. Johnny Stokes gets the Codemasters driver of the day, which I can agree on. He did come back from the back of the grid. So I will say this as well, just as we've seen So Johnny Stokes is your RPR Monday Night Champion. Been an absolutely dominant season for Johnny. He's only lost 2 races. We've had 2 different winners. Scotty's won 1 and Lattice won the other race just before the Christmas break. So big congratulations to Johnny for winning the championship tonight, and a huge congratulations to him again for winning the race coming from the back of the grid. So let's just quickly run down. Johnny P1, Lister P2, Frenzy P3, Lattice P4, Remax P5, P6 for Freddy, P7 for Ares, Cam P8, P9 for Cherry, and we did lose, unfortunately, Mrs. Carl, Stewie, Epic, and GGC. But what a race that we've had tonight. Johnny Stokes, congratulations to you, mate, on winning the championship. There's still plenty more points up for grabs in the last 2 races that we have for Monday nights. So, on that note, thanks for everybody joining and watching through. Hope everybody did enjoy the comms, and I will see you next Monday for another RPR race at Portimao in Portugal. But until next time, guys, I've been your commentator, RL Cairo, and I will see you again soon. Good night.